Research Ethics Society, Kolkata, though I am in Bhopal. I welcome you all by heart. And today's subject is very unique, artificial sun. Sri Raman Chauhanji is from California and he has developed an artificial sun to grow medicinal plants in a room. It is very surprising. And we are celebrating today International Day of Lights. Today is International Day of Lights. So it was the real coincidence to correlate with artificial sun for treatment by Dr. N.P. Singh and for medicinal plant cultivation where sun is not available in flats, in houses, in villages and bungalows. Generally, sunlight is not sufficient. So they have developed sun, artificial sun, computerized completely. We are eager to listen. Before that, I would like to request, without wasting much time, Professor Vishnu Prasad Sharma ji, President Vishwa Ayurved Parishad Assam and Northeast, ex-principal Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati. Welcome, sir, for your welcome blessings.
Okay, namaskar. Good evening to everybody. Respected distinguished guests, eminent speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I, Professor Dr. Vishnu Prasad Sharma, welcome all of you to this evening webinar on sunlight, artificial to grow, natural to treat. Most important subject. So in this webinar, we have eminent speaker. I want to welcome Sri Raman Chauhan, founder, Blazon Photonics, Industrial LED Grow Lighting Company, New Delhi. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this evening webinar. Next, I want to welcome Mr. Aditya Sahdev, Chief Engineer, Mechanical to Environmental System Controls, Blazon Photonics, New Delhi. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this evening webinar. Next, I want to welcome Dr. N.P. Singh, Director, Parvati Vidyapith, Member Syllabus Committee from Kolkata. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this evening webinar. Once again, I welcome all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, eminent speaker, to this evening webinar on sunlight, artificial to grow, natural to treat. सबको हम एक बार स्वागत करते हैं. नमस्कार, over to Pawan ji.
Thank you very much, sir. So nice of you. Now I would like to request Professor V.K. Agnihotri ji if he is comfortable in his celebrations. Welcome. First of all, congratulations for your celebration, sir.
Thank you.
Happy birthday
Welcome.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Then after 5 minutes, sir. After 5 minutes.
It's going on. See, it's going on.
Yes. Happy birthday to you. From
International.
our side
Happy
also.
birthday.
जो भाई सब सीने लोग आपको हैप्पी दे रहे हैं.
We are
So-
also celebrating birthday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. He is 4 years old today, and these are four
भगवान धन्वंतरी और महर्षि आत्रेय दोनों का आशीर्वाद इन पर हमें बरसता रहे.
सुनी पा रहे हो?
Happy birthday to
Yes.
you.
So thank you very much. And it's my great pleasure that we are going to have such great webinar, that too on a very important, a very unique subject based on the artificial sun. I mean, sunlight and I can say heat produced by artificially. I just came to know by my daughter that my younger son, who is there in New York, he has got this facility there, and he is having some plants there inside the room, and he informed us that tomatoes the plants has grown up, and even the tomatoes fruits are there. So it's really amazing to listen this thing, and my daughter surprised that why you are not remembering this thing. He has informed me so earlier, and he has shown me the video and the photographs also. So I do hope that today's engineers and persons belonging to this very special, say unique, high-tech facility leading to the artificial sun-like status be given a lot of information to this webinar on today evening. Moreover, I think when the artificial sun is there on Earth, we have to be careful with the artificial Hanumanjis. because
Myself, Pawan
because
Kumar here, sir.
yeah, very much there. so
My name
my
is Pawan Kumar.
so my scared, I am so scared about this thing that when the artificial sun may be there in Kali Yuga, so because Hanumanji is Chiranjeev and he is very much here, he is on earth. So we have to be careful from the artificial Hanumanjis. As far as the Lord Hanumanji is concerned, he is always say showering his blessings, his benedictions to us all. With these words, I welcome all the persons like Sir Ramanji, Chauhan Sahab, and all the colleagues. So thank
Don't
you so
worry,
much.
please celebrate. We
And
will
please
take care, sir.
just excuse me because of my family function. Thank you.
Okay, all the best. All the best. Thank you.
Namaskar. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite our first speaker, Sri Raman Chauhanji from California, though he is in Delhi, but he has invented unique sun and presented that in India Hemp Expo in Mumbai last days, recently, very recently. So, without wasting much time, we are eager to listen Sri Raman Chauhanji. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
This is live on YouTube, so you can circulate the YouTube link also to many people. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay. So today, as we have discussed, sir, we would be discussing what we're terming as artificial sunlight. And let me assure you, sir, we are a wholly made Indian company developed by Indian scientists, and we will not be upsetting the sensibilities of Hanumanji anywhere throughout our processes. So let's start with that and be rest assured. But I think so. The main thing of what we do is we are creating sunlight from materials which we have developed scientifically, and these materials being LEDs, and we are able to take the different types of LEDs and create the spectrum of sunlight, which is not only just the sunlight which looks like the sun, but it gives the same specific wavelength from 460 up to 780, which allows for the plant and plant material to grow. And just as Professor was just saying, his son has seen tomatoes grow and other vegetables grow. I think we would like to, before we, get into all of the technical aspect of what we do, what Sir is saying is absolutely correct. In what we do by creating this sunlight, we have the ability to grow our plants, our vegetables, our medicinal herbs at any time, at any place, just by providing the correct amount of light and providing the correct working environment. And we do this from many different levels. But I think the first and foremost has always been with the direction of making sure that we truly replicate the sun as well as we can from a scientific methodology. And by doing so, we then find that everything that we grow after this, our strawberries, our spinach, the hemp or the cannabis, the different medicinal herbs, all grow within the parameters of the best sort of sunlight and the best energy that's available. If I may share a screen, you were asking me to share a screen. Let me see if I can give you
a co-host, you can share anything.
I'll just give one or two pictures, but now you can see, hopefully you can see this strawberry on your screen. And this strawberry is grown under a hydroponic light in a controlled environment in Hubli, Karnataka, within India. So, and these sorts of fruits and vegetables are provided on a commercial level that you find in cafes and hotels. The taste, the structure, the profile all suit what's required for industry and for medicine. Let me give you another example. If you're able to see now the screen again, you'll see that this light is fully controlled through an app in which we are able to fully control the intensity of such light. The meaning of this is that from a medical perspective, one could say if this particular orchid has come from the Amazon jungle and it needs to be maintained in a room of 28 degrees with 70% humidity and a ppfd and a light intensity of, let's say, 700 ppfd, we, with these sorts of lights and the technology that has been developed here in India, are able to replicate this environment and this lighting. And this gives us as a nation, as a country, as a medical community, the ability to make medicine, replicate these medicines, and then pass this technology on to other localities and other areas, so that you are now no longer limited to regional zones. That, let's say today cardamom only grows properly in South India. You can now grow cardamom in North India under the light, under an Ayurvedic medical condition. So these are the sorts of things that we would like to give to you. And let me give some other photographs to give you an idea. We, as an example, are making a very large, this is now coming on your screen, is a very specialized light designed specifically for medical pharmacy chambers, pharma chambers. So
would you like to show the sample of the sun?
Yes, so this light is, are you seeing the light on your screen, sir?
We are seeing only strawberry.
Oh, okay, let me see if I can get, let me try to change the, okay, has the strawberries gone now? Are you seeing a different screen? Okay, let me stop sharing and start again. Sorry.
You can share the screen and then share whatever you want.
So now are you seeing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this, sir, what you're seeing here is a very special light designed specifically for medical pharma chambers. This light will give you a PPFD, and PPFD for the medical community here is the amount of usable light which touches the top of the plant and makes the plant grow. So this light now will allow you to control from 0 to 2,200 ppfd, which is greater than sunlight in the most brightest countries on a beautiful sunny day. So we now are able to program this light to replicate the cycle of Earth, the daylight cycle and night cycle, the intensity of the light, so that we can recreate food, medical herbs, anything that is required in a medical, pharma, research, and agricultural environment. And now we're seeing this very much today in environments. Let me just give you another screen. I'm doing the screen share. Hold on, I can do. I'm sorry, it's not allowing. This is the process, which is a process of all of the science and the sort of the technology that goes into making one of these lights. The lights are designed with the finest sorts of LEDs, which give the maximum spectrum. These LEDs are coming from Germany and from Korea. And then all of the other components we design here within India. You can see we design each and every part of the heat sink, the lenses for the direction of the light. So again, this product at the end of the day becomes a very, very scientific product meant for the pharma and medical industry and ultimately the agriculture and vertical farming industry. So we have with the technology available to us here, with all of the wonderful minds and the teams and the people that we have with us here in Delhi, we have been able to replicate sunlight and provide it to medical and to industry. Sir, if I can answer any questions for you.
Pardon? My first question is, your team has joined, Aditya?
Sir, I'm sorry. Everybody's. It looks like New Delhi traffic has taken its toll, so it looks like I'm here alone in my office today.
One question.
No problem. Yes. Welcome.
Yes, sir. How can I answer your question?
I have one question regarding that. I want to know whenever you use this light, whether personally we can regulate the frequency or change the frequency. Whenever we are installing this light, maybe use or regulate or change the frequency of the light. That is my question.
Yes, sir. The lighting which is made is, of course, you can regulate the intensity so that you can control the amount of sunlight.
Yes.
Essentially.
Because we are using on the human body, so there is the different frequencies needed for the different diseases. So if we can change the frequency, then it will be more applicable for the human being also, for our clinic also. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, that is all within the scope of what we do, as well as we can exactly replicate the sunlight as well. So depending upon what type of frequency is required in the medical community, this is within the scope of our technology, and we do this. Yes, sir.
Now you are installing in the India also, anywhere?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're installing. We have more now. We have more than 700 installations throughout India, ranging from Kanyakumari to Kashmir and all the way in between. Mostly to many Ayurvedic doctors, many research facilities, and now we're starting with many labs and universities as well.
That's fine, sir.
And my question is this, whether this sun can be used for sun therapy or light therapy in naturopathy?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I mean, once the spectrum is identified as to what you require in the mode of treatment, then that spectrum can be replicated within the light and the frequency of the light. But that I will say yes to you today, but I don't know which frequency you require, because my expertise is in plant growth, and right now we're all is in plant growth and in medicinal plant growth.
In naturopathy, we are redirecting the patient direct to sunlight. So all frequencies are directly impacting on the body. So this is also a point of research whether we should have which frequency for the human use, excluding infrared and excluding ultraviolets, both.
That would be very interesting because we do not use we do not use an infrared or an ultraviolet. We run the spectrum in between. So I think this could be done for testing purposes. And as I said, the light frequency which we produces, of course, the most robust fruits, vegetables, fruiting flowers, plants, medicinal herbs. So if the plants are feeling this warmth, then I'm sure we can have a frequency for the human body as well.
Definitely. Now I am coming to the perception and concept of ladies housewives. Generally, the complaint of housewife is there that sufficient sunlight is not available in the flat. So what is the minimum cost and how we can means motivate housewives to purchase this and install in a room?
Well, sir, I'll tell you, sir, this project started because of COVID and the fact that we were all homebound and restricted to our homes. And this product was developed initially so that we as the home user could grow our own herbs, wheatgrass, lettuce, vegetables, all in a home environment, in an environment which does not have lighting. So as an example, we have offices which are in basements. We have back offices which are completely internal and having no lighting. And in fact, if I just flash my camera, this is a light which we have in our office, which is now you can see is projecting the same sort of color as sunlight, as natural sunlight was coming from behind me in this environment. So I won't say housewives, I will say for homeowners, for people who want to grow herbs and vegetables at home, for people who want additional sunlight at home, this is the sort of light that can easily be placed in a kitchen, in a back room, in a temple, over bonsai plants, over beautiful flowering plants. Each and everything can be done, giving you that beautiful spectrum of sunlight, giving you the correct color, giving you all of the correct spectrum required to grow plants. So that now, even from a basement to a darkened back room, you can grow the most beautiful hibiscus or marigold or bhindi or mirchi or whatever it may be. Everything grows underneath our light.
What is the cost of minimum panel? This panel, what you shown us?
Sir, the cost for the cost
Price,
for
sorry, cost. I have no right to ask the cost price.
No problem, sir. No problem. They're actually these are all what we call professional products or industrial products or medical products. So they're meant either for the professional home user or the medical community, and they start as low as 9,500 rupees, and they go all the way up to 2,50,000 rupees. So it depends upon your application and your requirement. So many home users would be in the comfortable range of 9 to 25,000 rupees for a product which would last for 15 to 20 years. It would last a lifetime and be passed on from generation to generation.
And how you correlate this light with sun? Because sun is now growing, then down, sunset, sunrise, all times different rays are coming out. So how you are managing this?
So we have in today's world of the Internet of Things, which all of us are familiar with using our phones and our apps and so many things, our light is also connected to an app. And this app and our light, we now have the ability to program our light to replicate from sunrise to sunset. and we can program the light to give the exact amount of light and the exact amount of frequency as per the same time of day on any day that you choose.
And what about infrared and ultraviolet rays, which are harmful to the body?
As I told you, sir, we do not use these on our light. So we do not have UV light, and we do not have infrared. We utilize two kinds of what they call blue or yellow, because actually all blue light is a yellow light. It's a technical term, and they put phosphor, but we use two frequencies of yellow, and we use two frequencies of deep red and far red. And these four frequencies combined in the correct mix and in the correct ratio replicate all of the spectrum of sunlight, giving us everything from blue, green, yellow, red, far red, and deep red.
So on Vibgyor spectrum, it is there. No harmful effects.
No harmful effects, sir. No harmful effects.
Okay, okay. Any question from the audience? If anybody would like to ask, means in a nutshell, we can communicate to the society. If a housewife needs sunlight in her house, definitely from 10,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees installation only one time. And what is the maintenance cost or AMC?
Zero, sir.
Zero.
These are solid state products. As long as the homeowner is regularly keeping it dust free, keeping it clean, this is all that's required. There's no oil, there's no lubricant, there's nothing that is required in this fashion. You must have a proper energy source, but even we have redundant systems within our lighting for surge protecting, surge spikes, violent storms, so that we cater to all of the sorts of anomalies that we see in an Indian and an Asian environment, so that we understand our people and we know that what has to be done to give a reliable, serviceable product.
In our medical science of Ayurveda also, we expose the area of leukoderma, vitiligo, to the sunlight after applying our Ayurvedic products. So whether it will be useful in this, or whether you have conducted any agricultural research or clinical research on impact of human being and plants, whether you have conducted any research?
I can say so that we have conducted research on the agriculture side. Our main expertise is an agricultural grow light meant for, as I told you, home users, pharma, large industry, containers, and so forth. The human aspect of the light, we ourselves have not done any sort of further research, but I do know that research is certainly there and available that has just started to come out on the impacts of LED lighting, on the impacts of artificial lighting on human, especially some of the sort of the flickering or the amount that we keep seeing on screen in that way. But the light that we're producing, which is an overall sunlight, this sort of sunlight, quite honestly, will actually give you a tan. If you're light skinned, it will darken your skin if you stay underneath this light during the harvesting and plucking time of the vegetables. If you keep the light on, you do need sunglasses. So it is very much of the intensity of the sun.
In my opinion, it is my suggestion, humble suggestion, kindly conduct clinical researches also to avoid the concept of any null hypothesis regarding impact on person's skin who is working under artificial sunlight. Number one.
Sure.
Number second question comes to my mind, whether sun is a combination of rays, various type of frequencies, waveguides, right from infrared to ultraviolet. Okay. So can we say this as replacement of sun?
So, sir, when you talk about the replacement of sunlight, first we will say, from a perspective of a scientist, nothing is as great as our own natural sun. But in what we have learned till date, in the many, many years of research, as research becomes more and more advanced, we have replicated spectrums that are providing high nutritious value, highly nutritious fruits and vegetables which have been tested to be highly nutritious without the use of chemicals. So we find that, yes, with science, we are improving year on year, month after month. But I will never say we are perfect, because that is never the truth. We will always be learning. In regards to your first question, sir, in making studies for human interaction and for human exposure, we as Blazon Photonics here based in New Delhi are always open to collaborate with any institution in India, any recognized institution. We are happy to collaborate. We are happy to provide the light for any studies that need to be done for the betterment of this field. We will openly state this now, that we will cooperate and help in those studies.
We from Independent Research Ethics Society and MedPharma CRO and Mansarovar Global University would like to offer our support for clinical research. 3 researches should be done in our opinion. Number 1, safety and toxicity on human skin, or eyes, number 1. Number 2, on skin disorders, just like vitiligo, just like psoriasis. And 3rd, for beautification, because now the tanning spas are also there, tanning center is also there. Foreigners are coming India to tan their skin. So 3 can be new avenues for your light. So I am really confident that you are a scientist and you will definitely overcome this. And we would like to offer our services to you.
We look forward to cooperating with the universities and the institutions, and we know that this will benefit all of us. So we look forward to this, and I think, sir, after these webinars, we can sit down together, and we're happy to come to you and do this. And if there's any other questions, while we're here today regarding, lighting or the impact of this lighting, and how we're able to change and affect the lives of so many. And imagine lights now and artificial lighting are helping today in situations where there's famine and food is not available, where crops have failed. Artificial lighting today is being used for helping our troops, our Indian soldiers who are stationed in far locations such as Siachen or on naval vessels, where we can now place artificial lights in containers and give them year-round fresh food. These sorts of things with artificial lights give us the ability to solve many problems in a very short amount of time. And if we think about the goodness of mankind and what we can do with this technology, we certainly wish to do that as a base here and from our home here in India.
Excellent. And what about synthesis of vitamin D? Means there are so many avenues to research on this. Sachin Awasthi ji, I am really thankful to you for introducing Ramanji, and he is asking one question from train. He is in traveling, that do you have any bulb or tubes for vitamin B?
Which
vitamin D or vitamin B synthesis?
As I said, sir, today's conversation was understanding on agriculture, but all of your medical concerns and understanding what you require for different levels of medical, these spectrums can all be made now with the LED lighting, and with our group of scientists, we can certainly give you the sorts of things which are required for our medical community here within India, and take this technology to the rest of the world.
Yes, because vitamin D synthesis is totally dependent on this sunlight. So if it will be, then it is useful, excellently useful. In just what I understood, that anyone who is having insufficient sunlight in his house, that lady can purchase this in 10,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees according to the area and utility, and she or he will be happy that they will never need original sunlight in particular area. Am I wrong?
Well, sir, I will say that this would be very nice, but as sir, I will say that we all love natural sunlight first, but in our case, we now give you the ability that when the sunlight is not there, when you do not have it, we are a perfect alternative so that you may enjoy that sunlight and grow vegetables and continue to be prosperous and do all of the things that are required for humankind.
Would you like to show your installed panel in your office again for once?
Yes. Okay.
How much it costs? It
Okay.
has 8 blocks.
This sir now is an industrial panel meant for warehouses and containers. A panel like this is costing around about 45,000 rupees. A panel for the home use would be the equivalent of 2 to 4 of those panels would be the ideal size for home use, which would range between 9,000 and 20,000 rupees would be ideal for a regular sort of home usage.
I would like to invite Sachin Awasthi ji if he is comfortable, and I hope connection is there. Any question, Sachin ji?
सर मैं एक बिजनेस एस्पेक्ट पे बात करना चाह रहा था. आवाज आ रही है मेरी क्लियर? एक्चुअली मैं एक बिजनेस एस्पेक्ट पे बात करना चाह रहा था कि क्या हम घर पे विटामिन डी सिंथेसिस के लिए कोई ऐसा बल्ब इम्प्लांट कर सकते हैं क्या, जो सीधा सीधा बल्ब ले जाके लगाया जा सके, या पूरा सेटअप हमको इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा?
Well, it'll depend upon the frequency, sir. Once we understand what frequency is required of the LED or for the vitamin B and vitamin D, then either a bulb can be made, and if mass produced for the population, for millions and millions of citizens, then a quick bulb is the best solution. But if you're a small manufacturer like me, then honestly, sir, we're making customized medical solutions. So for us, then it would be a larger installation. But in the future thought, for serving the general population, yes, sir, a bulb could be created, which could be fixed inside of a socket inside every person's home. Yes, sir.
शर्मा जी, सर एक निवेदन था. मध्य प्रदेश में अभी एक आईटी सिटी बन रही है
जी,
जो सीएम साहब की काफी मन का विषय है. जबलपुर में ये बना रहा है और इसमें काफी सब्सिडीज वगैरह भी है, काफी सारी चीजें भी. तो अगर रमन जी इंटरेस्टेड हो तो इनके लिए कुछ प्लान किया जा सकता है, कुछ लैंड वगैरह या कुछ और चीजें जो अपन इनको जबलपुर में या जहां पे भी ये आईटी सिटी बन रही है मध्य प्रदेश में, उसमें अपन कुछ.
Definitely. It can be discussed. It can be discussed.
Yes.
Your voice is not coming, Sachin ji. Due to poor internet connectivity.
हेलो, क्लियर हुआ?
हाँ, अभी क्लियर है.
मेरा ये ऑफर है कि इस विषय में जो भी जानकारी उनको चाहिए और जो भी मदद चाहिए वो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अपनी तरफ से.
Excellent. Thank you. So he is offering your his services to support you in any unit establishment in Jabalpur also, and definitely we are offering our services for clinical research. Dr. NP Singh is there. He can also research on human skin in naturopathy. We can on leukoderma, vitiligo. Definitely, we will be able to conduct the research, international standard research on GCP parameters.
Sir, Mr. Makbul has asked a question. May I answer it? He's asked if we can use these sorts of panels to evaporate water. Sir, no. These panels are not designed for evaporating water. It would not, no. It would just take far too long to do it, and this would not be the correct application. So this would not be the correct application for you.
Nice, very nice elaboration. Any question from the audience? Because we will invite our second speaker for sunlight treatment. If any question is there, please raise the hand after our second speaker. I would like to request Dr. N.P. Singh ji from Parvati Vidyapeeth, Calcutta. He is director there and he is very great dignity in naturopathy in Calcutta. So now new avenues for Mr. Ramanji is now opening up, definitely. Maybe clinical research, maybe safety research, toxicity research, or naturopathy research. These are the new avenues for your company or son. NP Singh ji, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pawan Sharma ji. Great to hear Ramanji, and also before starting my lecture, I just want to say one thing. As we talked earlier that we can regulate, so I'll be obviously your customer to use your instrument in our clinic, because we are working directly on the sun or regulating traditionally we are regulating sunlight, and in which way we are trying to use, obviously. But if the different level of the frequency we can use, then we obviously use on the different level. Like as Dr. Sharma told, if we go for the increase the circulation of oxygen, so traditionally we use the white light, and that will increase the circulation of oxygen. But when we go for the promotion of the RBC, then we need the red light. So frequency will be different. So if such a way of variation of the frequency you can provide, then obviously I'll use my different patient. Even like vitamin D synthesis, we need the white light. But when we need for the calcium absorption, we need the orange light. So there is the difference between the physiological system of the human body, how it affects by the different wavelength of the, what we are working on that. But when we go for the variation of frequencies, then we can obviously diagnose or treat in the each and every organ, and even each and every severity of the symptom. Then we can identify on which frequency, which level of the symptoms we can counter or we can manage. So it will be better if I'll get your product, I'll get your local address from the Dr. Sharma. Anyway, now I come on my topic. So generally, in traditional way, since beginning, we are using the sunlight, or even simple massage or sun exposure. There is a lot of way we are using. But generally, if you divide the sunlight in the two way, one is the visible light and one is the invisible light. So in the visible light, we are using generally what we are used to say the Vibsure, and invisible ultraviolet or infrared. Generally, invisible, when we go for the infrared rays is the penetration level of the infrared is the very much deeper level. So whenever we go for the any deep tissue management, we need the infrared. If you go for the deeper tissue, whether within the bone or within the muscles, so we need the infrared to use, how to use, and then we can manage different malfunctions of the deeper tissue. Now, when we come on the colored light, that is what you call the visible light, then it has the different function and different modalities on the as the basis. Or obviously, the color is not the main important, the frequency. If you change the frequency of the rays, the color will be automatically changed. So color represent the frequency or the wavelength of the different color. So first we start with the red color. If we go for the red color, the physiological effect on the body, first already I told earlier that it influences the red blood cell promotion. It stimulate, even activate the pituitary gland. So be careful whenever you using the red color. If hyperactivity of the pituitary, it makes or it brings artificially the stress condition or secretion of the adrenaline will increase. So whenever you use the red color, be cautious. Excess use might brings the adverse effect to the patient. So first, better to go for the red color. It obviously stimulates the sympathetic nervous system also, and obviously it penetrates the muscles and bones also. So it is very much important. Even if within the 7 colors, if you go for the red colors, gradually the concentration of the heat will be the more in the red in comparison to other 7 colors. So it will be the more heat producing rays, and in the paralysis or paresis or any COPD condition, we can use the red color or red wavelength color. Next, we come on the orange. If you go for the orange, already I told earlier, it is the helpful to absorb the calcium. If the person is taking the calcium in the diet, but body is not absorbing, so orange is the first choice. It helps to absorb the calcium from the diet, whatever diet you are providing. Next, it is the orange color is helpful for the lactating mothers who are unable to feed her child due to the poor lactation. So orange color is the very much effective in the lactating for the lactating mothers. It also very much effective in the dysmenorrhea or any spasmodic pain. If there is any spasmodic pain, you use the orange color, it will brings the help, and spasmodic complaint or this condition will be the reversed by the orange color. Next, I'm talking in short because already we are running short of the time. Next, we are coming on the yellow. Yellow is the basically we use for the abdominal purpose or the functional GI system. So basically it detoxifies the liver. So any problem with the liver or the functional problem of the liver, then first choice will be the yellow color or your yellow frequency. It is a very much important. Even deworming, for the deworming, you can use the yellow color. We use the different medicine, but yellow color is also effective for the deworming. So we can use that. Next, we come on the green color. Green color is regulate your hypertension. If the person is suffering from hypertension, it reduces it. Even not only green, even blue and violet also keeps the blood pressure within the normal limit. So it is the very much effective. Even the pituitary gland is also green color. Like as I told, the red color is activated.
You are mute. You are mute.
So in
Yes,
that
yes.
condition, we use the green radiated with the effective in the regulating the blood pressure. The fever. To stimulate your immune function, it is very much important. Blue and green is very much important for the your regulating or stimulating the immune function. Okay, for the libido, blue and green is the very much effective. If the person is suffering from any problem related to his or her libido, according to cause, you may select excluding all other causes, then it will be the also one of the very much effective for the controlling the regulating the any libido problem. Also, if the person is suffering from the insomnia, green and blue is the very much important to control the for the skin function or skin problems, especially when the person is any type of the irritation, allergy, burn or swelling or itching, then you go for the blue color. That will be the very much effective for the regulating this. And lastly, I am coming on the violet color. Usually violet color is considered as a spiritual color, but physically it stimulate or regulate the spleen. So spleen is regulated, that means your immune function is regulated. It lowers the appetite. The function of the violet is to lowers the appetite and promote the leukocytes. So that is the main role of the violet, and when we go for that, that is the bone. And it also maintains the ionic balance of the body. That means your cellular degeneration will be the prevented, and you becomes the you lives longer, or aging process will be delayed. So this is the violet colors. So I'm in short, I'm conveying all the, trying to convey the in short all the, because time, we are running the time very short of time. So thank you, Dr. Pawan Sharma ji, for inviting me and for giving me.
What about overall sunlight?
What, sir?
In naturopathy, overall sunlight.
Naturopathy, we can use the chromotherapy for even if acute patient, we can regulate the fever. Acute patients, any boys, acne, we can regulate. Osteomalacia, rickets, overweight, cholesterol, immune function, we can regulate only by the chromotherapy. That is the, we use the rays of the suns. As till now we are using the rays of the sun, now we are trying our best to use this artificial also. We are using simple, in emergency, simple white bulb using, wrapping the different colors of the cellophane paper. But if he provides with the different frequencies, then we can utilize, apply it on the patient, and then we can get the what result we are getting. But we are very successful in the various patients regarding, especially for the paresis or paralysis patient, and also the patient is the depression. If the patient is suffering from the depression, blue color causes the more depression. So we are, for the depression, we go for the yellow or orange or that is the red color. So it depends on the condition. We are treating the depression patient, giving of the paralysis patient, and also the autoimmune disorder, which is especially the arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. This chromotherapy will be the more helpful. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. N.P. Singh ji. Thank you. Now I would like to request Dr. Maqbool Hassan ji. Dr. Maqbool Hassan, am I audible to you?
Recording stop.
Dr. Maqbool Hassan ji, you were trying to ask some questions. Dr. Maqbool Hassan. Nitin Ormalia ji, do you have any questions?
जी नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार।
Namaskar.
जी जी। तो
Any question regarding sunlight?
जी, इस सनलाइट का सर थोड़ा सा पूछना चाहूंगा, आयुर्वेदिक इसमें कुछ रेमेडीज बता दें, सन ब्लॉक्स वगैरह जो होते हैं या कुछ ऐसा होता है तो उसके लिए।
एनपी सिंह जी।
यस
यस जी जी।
हाँ जी सर, आप बेसिकली स्किन के बारे में जानना चाह रहे हैं ना?
जी जी जी, बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल सर।
मैं तो आयुर्वेद का अधिकृत व्यक्ति नहीं हूँ, लेकिन हाँ, मैं जो नेचर क्योर के माध्यम से कह सकता हूँ कि हमारे जो स्किन के जो है, हमारी दो लाइन ऑफ में ट्रीटमेंट होती है। नंबर वन है कि जो भी कोलेटरल सर्कुलेशन है अंडरनीथ द स्किन, उसको कैसे एक्टिवेट किया जाए, और सेकंड है कि जो भी डेब्रिज है उसको कैसे एलिमिनेट किया जाए। तो इसके लिए सन की ट्रीटमेंट हम लोग लोकल लेवल पे करते हैं, नंबर वन। नंबर सेकंड, ऑर्गेनल लीवर को टारगेट करते हैं कि लीवर फिल्ट्रेशन, किडनी और लीवर को, ये 3 पॉइंट को हम लोग टारगेट करते हैं, और इसमें हमारा इफेक्टिव होता है। सनलाइट का बेटर होता है, कहीं कहीं हाइड्रोथेरेपी की भी यूज होती है। तो ये ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं। और सन ट्रीटमेंट में हम लोग का सिंपल जो सन बाथ है वो यूज करते हैं, बट स्किन के लिए हम लोग ऑरेंज कलर और कभी कभी रेड को यूज करते हैं, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टेम्परामेंट। कि अगर बहुत ज्यादा शरीर में लगता है कि हीट बहुत ज्यादा है तो हमको रेड नहीं करना है, ऑरेंज और येलो पे बेस करना है। अगर कोल्ड अफेक्टेड पेशेंट है तो हम लोग रेड को यूज करते हैं। बट मेन टारगेट रहता है कि कोलेटरल सर्कुलेशन को, एक्सेसिव सर्कुलेशन बढ़ाया जाए, और ब्लड के अंदर जो भी डेब्रीज है या हमारा है उसको फिल्ट्रेशन किया जाए, तो किडनी के फंक्शन को स्टिमुलेट किया जाए। तो उसके लिए कभी हाइड्रोथेरेपी, कभी सनबाथ यूज करते हैं। ये 2 लाइन ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट हमारा होता है।
जी जी जी।
अच्छा, नेचुरोपैथी में कभी अल्ट्रावायलेट और इंफ्रारेड यूज नहीं होती?
इंफ्रारेड यूज करते हैं सर, डीपर टिश्यू के लिए यूज करते हैं इंफ्रारेड, लेकिन इंफ्रारेड सन में आपको सुबह ही मिलेगी, जब सूर्य निकल रहा है, तो थ्रू आउट द डे उस तरफ मिलेगा नहीं, मिलेगा तो सन अल्ट्रावायलेट भी यूज होगा। तो डीपर टिश्यू के लिए, जहां पे हम मानते हैं कि अगर बोन्स के अंदर कुछ है, ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस ये है, या वहां पे कोई हमको अंदर डिटॉक्सिफाई करना है, तो हम लोग इंफ्रारेड यूज करते हैं। और इंफ्रारेड नहीं मिलता है तो फिर रेड को करते हैं। रेड भी डीपर है बट कंपैरेटिवली टू लेसर देन द इंफ्रारेड। तो इंफ्रारेड हमारे डीपर टिश्यू को डिटॉक्सिफाई करने के लिए, इवन कहा जाता है कि मान लीजिए अगर कोई ग्रोथ हो, कैंसरस ग्रोथ हो या सेलुलर ग्रोथ हो, तो उसमें भी इंफ्रारेड को अगर सही यूज किया जाए तो सेलुलर डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन हम लोग कर सकते हैं उससे।
बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा, आपने बड़ा अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किया है सिंह जी, बहुत बहुत आभार। और कोई भी प्रश्न यदि सनलाइट से हो, अदरवाइज वी विल मूव टू अवर सेकेंड वेबिनार ऑन वेधन कर्म। दैट इज ऑल्सो इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक, वेधन कर्म। आज के युग में कई औरतें कान में 10-10 छेद करा लेती हैं, लेकिन वो वेधन नहीं है। हमारा कर्ण वेधन अलग था आयुर्वेद का, जो मर्म पे होता था, और मर्म की चिकित्सा के रूप में होता था।
और वो भी कहते हैं, जो अभी सर का सवाल था कि वो स्किन के लिए ये वेधन को हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं, मर्म को बहुत अच्छे से यूज कर सकते हैं, जिसमें होते हैं विशेषकर इंद्रवस्ती को यूज करेंगे, और भी कई मर्म है उसको यूज करेंगे, तो हमारे स्किन के फंक्शन के लिए काम बहुत होता है।
जी आप रुकिएगा, क्योंकि महेश संघवी जी और उदय कुलकर्णी जी वेधन कर्म के, मर्म वेधन के मास्टर्स हैं।
बहुत अच्छी बात, और बेहतर से इसको व्याख्या करेंगे।
एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस? जैसे वो एयरलाइंस में बोलते हैं ना, लास्ट एंड फाइनल कॉल। नितिन जी, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? साधना वाइकर मैडम, साधना वाइकर जी।
सर ये वही के एक क्वेश्चन और था, शायद अभी बताया था उन्होंने, पर फिर से सुन लेता हूं मैं। जैसे सर अभी वो चल रहा है सन स्ट्रोक वगैरह, अभी हालांकि चल नहीं रहे हैं, पर मान लीजिए बाहर रहने पर हमारा बिल्कुल बॉडी में बहुत ज्यादा हीट आ जाती है, तो ऐसी स्थिति में हमें कैसे मैनेज करें हम?